Welcome, Player 1. Please insert coin to play.
Welcome, watchers of illusion, to my castle of confusion. It's been a while, I know, it's been another week or so, but my health hasn't been great over the last week. Generally due to the heat. I do not deal with heat very well. My body reacts in such a way that it kind of incapacitates me a little bit, but I'm well enough to do this today. Looking at Fighting Force on the PlayStation today. That's right, the PS1, not the PS2. This was one of the first sort of 3D fighting games. I'm going to be a big wuss and put it on easy so we can actually make some headway on it and show you the game. I remember this being rather good when I had my PlayStation. Let's see if those rose-tinted glasses have firmly fallen off as we venture into the world of Fighting Force. Now, this was actually presented to Sega as a sequel to Streets of Rage, but they said no, so it became Fighting Force. And I always thought it was like a Final Fight game, but no, apparently they petitioned Sega, and Sega said no, we don't want that as our game, so they came out and did it as Fighting Force. So it's one of the PlayStation's first 3D beat-em-ups, so we'll see how we get on and see if it's as good as I remember it being, or whether literally my glasses have fallen to the ground and shattered into 1,000 pieces. We shall see. So you have several characters that you can choose from, as you can see, as you saw a minute ago. Each one has its own unique features. So the big guy can sort of pick things up and lob them around, like that police car there. This guy's a pretty good all-rounder to start with, by the way. And we mash his car. Yeah, we can beat the car up. Quite like the fact the car wobbles when you hit it as well. I mean, it's a small thing, but it makes a difference. All the things that have just fallen off the car, you can pick up and use as weapons, which is great fun. Not sure what I'm carrying there. Is it a rocket launcher? Can't go any further there, so let's see if we can blow up the gate then. I guess that's probably what we're looking to do, because I can't see anything else we can do here. The invisible wall is stopping us there. So yeah, going through the gate seems to be the only option we have left. But you can see on the UI there's not much to talk of here. I got shot. Brilliant. You can see your own health bar in the top left-hand corner, and score as well. And the bottom left-hand corner, you can see if you picked up any weapons there that have ammunition, it shows you how much ammo is left in the weapon as well. Once it's out of ammo, you can throw it at your opponents, which is good fun. But yeah, it's your standard sort of street brawl, Final Fight-esque type thing, but in 3D. Does it work? Not necessarily. It's all right. It's not as good as I remember it, just to put it out there. But it's a good effort for a first 3D sort of fighty game, I think. And yeah, I mean, I think I had more fun with it back in the day, and I'm not sure why. Because you think that you had fun with it once, you should have fun with it again. I don't know what it is. There's just something missing. I can't seem to lock onto targets either. But yes, the destructible scenery is a rather nice touch, I've got to say, and yeah, literally you can destroy practically anything, and then you can use whatever falls off as a weapon. So you've got like bars and pipes and things like that. So basically this came off the success of Tomb Raider. So Tomb Raider being a sort of, again, a 3D game, they thought they'd capitalise on that and present this beat-em-up. And it's all right. It's all right. It's good. It's fun. It's fun. I'm not taking away the element of fun at all. It's a bit repetitive, but then we get that with fighting games anyway. So there's, it's niggle picking at the moment. We are picking at minor details right now. Graphically, it's all right. Back in the day, you'd have been very, very impressed with this. We've been spoilt with graphics over the years, I think, especially with the sort of the newer consoles. being able to absolutely, you know, deliver jaw-dropping visuals. But, you know, at the end of the day, the bigger the visual, the shorter the game. This has quite a few levels on it, which is nice. I like the fact we can beat up the cola machine there. Obviously no branding. Well, that's nice of him to wait for me to have a drink before before we get attacked. Oh, brilliant, brilliant. We get some money out of the ATM as well. Okay, so these just random security guards. So yeah, lots of people you can beat up, which is great, and they've all got names as you would have in beat 'em ups as well. So those guys are called Smilers. Can't actually see if they are smiling, but oh well. So we've got these security dudes as well. So graphically, it's all right. You know, this would have impressed back in the day. I'm pretty sure that I was gobsmacked when I put this on my PlayStation for the first time. But the PlayStation's such a great little console. Its only opposition really at the time was the Sega Saturn, and unfortunately the Saturn didn't deliver as well as they thought it was going to, which is a shame really, because it had a lot of potential. There were some games on the Saturn that were better than the PlayStation versions, and of course the Dreamcast as well, which was just sad really, the Dreamcast, because that was an amazing little console. That was. Loved my Dreamcast. I remember when I got my Dreamcast, a little story for you. And it's not an interesting story, but at the end of the day, it's a story. So I'd broken my arm horribly, and I remember going to shopping centre with my mum, and we'd seen this Sega Dreamcast on display, and I was just like, I think it was Soul Blade or Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur, that's it. And I was just like, wow. And because she felt sorry for me, she bought me the console. It was quite a new console at the time as well, so I was like one of the first to get a Dreamcast in our neighbourhood, which was quite fun, actually. But yeah, it was like having an arcade machine at home, which is awesome. Anyway, back to this. Sound is great as well. You've got some nice, meaty sound effects, and music's good as well. So you've got this soundtrack pumping through as you play, which was always great with these CD consoles, because you get CD quality soundtracks. Absolutely fantastic, but it enabled a lot better sound quality. It enabled the sound effects to be better as well, because it's streaming off digital media, which is great. One of the other reasons I love PlayStation so much really is because we've got that CD element of the sound and everything else. It was just so, and if you ran it through a amplifier as you play, and getting PlayStation sound through your speakers was just on another level. But yeah, good stuff. So controls, fairly simple. Some of the buttons are assigned to multiple things, which sometimes gets a little bit tricky because you're trying to do something and you do something else. That makes sense. These guys are relentless. They just keep coming down that hallway, and we're just going to keep chunking them to pieces until we get past this level. Yeah, so you've got punch, and then you've got jump, run, and then you can combine them and do all that kind of stuff. You get destruction bonuses at the end of each level. So the more stuff you beat up, the better. The more stuff that you trash, the better. So we're going to move on now to playability. Well, it is playable. It could have done with a lock-on feature. It's either it's there or it's not there. I'm not sure. I've tried all the buttons and nothing seems to lock onto targets. But that would have been a welcome feature. Maybe that was on Fighting Force 2, because there was a sequel to this, and something I will be looking at. Have you got a favourite PlayStation 1 title? The one game on the PlayStation that you would say, you've got to play this. This is on your bucket list of games, and you must play this. Let me know in the comments, because I really enjoy finding these games that people put in the comments and giving them a go. It's always good, because I've sort of got an idea in my head what I'm going to do, and then there's other times where I have absolutely no clue, and I just pick something at random. So sometimes it's nice to actually be guided by you guys, my fan base. Really appreciate you being here, so thanks very much for that. Anyway, replay value, I guess. It's a 2-player game as well, by the way, so grab a friend and go mince up the bad guys. So that pushes the score up. I like games that have multiplayer. It's always good fun. Well, it's good fun on your own, but not as good fun as if you've got a mate around. Remember many a day on my Amiga having 2 joysticks plugged in and playing things like Gauntlet and things like that. It was great fun. So there, yeah, this game has multiplayer, so grab a friend and give it a go. My God, how many people are coming down my elevator? My God. Yeah, so replay, it's there. It's there. I think you would come back and try and finish it. I think if you didn't finish it the first go, then you would definitely come back and try it again. Maybe you'd like to try and finish it with all the characters. Give yourself a challenge. That would be cool as well. Age rating, you know what? It's pretty much any. It's just grab a controller and punch the hell out of all these guys. It's great fun. Little uns would have a great time with just doing what I'm doing here, just mashing buttons and giving these bad guys a taste of their own medicine. Yeah, absolutely great stuff. You can pick up weapons, you can throw weapons, you can do anything. You can grab, I think you can grab the bad guys as well, actually. I know you can with the big fella. I don't know whether you can do it with this guy. I've not seen him grab anybody yet. I'm sure you can, though. Most of these games have like a grab feature. I'm probably just not engaging it. But there you go. Anyway, that's about it for this review. This is Fighting Force on the PlayStation 1. We are right at the end of July now, and I don't even know where this year's gone. Heading into August now, folks. So give me some ideas for games that you would like to see. I'm going to do my best to get some more recorded in the next couple of days, and hopefully you won't be waiting as long for the next one. So thanks for tuning in. You guys are awesome as always. Going to leave you with a bit more footage to have a look at. And obviously without me talking over the top. So thanks very much for tuning in. You guys are awesome. As always, you keep it retro, and I'll be back with something else for you to look at very soon. Thank you, and goodbye.